Good morning, everybody. Finally, Friday, so last day of the week, at least in this job. Yeah, as we know, the weather is very uncertain around this time now of the year. Uh, to be honest with you, it's not too bad. It could be a lot worse. You know. It is cold, but it's not very cold. And of course, it's more the rain, which worries me a little bit now. Because I need the cold to do my job. It's just the cold. It's just the rain. But this is not a reason to complain anyway. It's, let's face the facts. We need the rain. I'm not gonna go there and be giving water to the animals. I'm not gonna be watering all the plants of the world. So we need it, and that's only the rain can bring it to us. So even though when the days when I'm thinking like I want it to be a day when everything will be dry, we still need to count with the rain. So no reasons to complain about it. So what will be the reasons then for us to complain today? None. At least for me today, none. I might not be happy with some things during the day. I might not be happy with little issues what might happen during my work today. But what difference it will make if I start complaining? The only difference it will make, I'm gonna make my day miserable. And of course, I know some people get very much annoyed because, well, you repeat exactly the same every single day. Why don't you change your speech? Because this is how I start my day, with the positivity, and that's what I've been trying to pass to some of you. So I have to repeat every day until you put that on your head. You are the only ones who can make change for your life. And if I have to repeat that another 10, 20, 50, 100 times, I will do. Until you start understanding what is the message I'm trying to pass to you. I'm like a dripping of water in the rock. One day I'm gonna go through. One day I will make sure you will get the message. One day you will understand what I'm talking about when I'm talking about positivity. Okay? Because this is the only way to move forward. And of course, when the phone works as well, it's quite nice. So how about you guys? How are you starting your day today? How is life around yourselves? What's the plan for today? Friday. For me, it's going to be a long day, a nice long day. So I don't really know what's going to be the next step once I leave this yard. I don't even know if I'm going to leave the yard. Okay? But every single second is to be lived. Every single second is for me to keep moving forwards. And of course, waiting for the phone to work so I know what to load there as well. That would quite often work well too. Okay, so what's gonna be, I know what is in there now. What's gonna be the second bit to be loaded in there? So yeah, let's have this serious conversation, guys. Okay, what is the next? Oh boy, here we go. I think all the phone they are the same. Okay, where is it? 32 bags. Right. Let's get started with it. I know there is this annoying song of the machine right behind me. The annoying song sounds will stop, so I just need to set everything here except loading. So I can turn off the machine. That would be easier for you guys to hear me. And of course, in the meantime, while you're there, for those who still do not know me, double checking here. Okay, let's get prepared here. Right, so how you guys doing that? So let's get started with it. As I said to you, they will be very challenging. I don't know if it's gonna rain. I don't know. Of course it's gonna rain. It's England. It has to rain. At least let's hope it won't be too bad rain. Let's hope so. Okay. And yeah, the weather is changing. It's getting slightly colder, not too bad. No. So right, for those who still don't know me, my name is Sandro Alves. I live in the UK for the past 19 years. It will be next week 19 years since I moved to this country. The reasons why I left Brazil was I was struggling to participate of an event of martial arts. Past holidays, I was invited to a couple of times from a school in Brazil. I went to England, and they want to make an event. So they invite me to participate on that event and help to lead some workshops and the ceremony of the grading. So I did. So since then, I am here in the United Kingdom. Now, that was the lifestyle I chosen to travel around the world, to discover new places. So I still do exactly the same what I was doing 19, 20 years ago. The only problem is, when I go for another trip, I make sure I come back home after the weekend. When I came to England, I just decided to stay here. If you ask why did I decide to stay here, some of you say, well, because you need more money or because you find life is easier in this side of the world. I would say, kind of. It was not in my plans to come to England. It took over 1 year for me to decide to move over here. So I only came for 14 days. When I first arrived in here, I didn't like it at all. You know, for the first 3 or 4 months I was here, I really didn't like it. I had a friend, one of my friends, who was insistent to stay here, and I decided, right, I'm gonna stay here until I have the permission to stay here. While I have my visa, I will stick around. Don't even ask what happened after that, because I'm still asking myself, how come a 14-day trip turned into 19 years? I have no idea. Now, would I go back to Brazil one day? Well, that's kind of a dream what I have. But of course I need to understand the situation. When I came here, I was a single boy. I left my parents' house when I was 17. I was 23 when I came here. So it means I was already not living in my parents' house for 6 years when I decided to leave Brazil and start traveling around. Then I was traveling around inside Brazil, you know. Participate of events of martial arts, learning a lot from different source of teachers. sorry. And then when I got here, I met a lot of different people who were inviting me for their events. So for the first few months, I had plenty of work to do. I was traveling all over the UK and getting paid to do so. So surely life got a lot easier with the time passing. Now, to move on from that, I had already skills of cooking, so I was already doing skills. So once I decided to stay, I had a job. I could work in any restaurant. The only thing which was hard because the language barrier. I never spoke English while I was living in Brazil. So the language was quite hard from the beginning. And then later, it got a bit easier. Saying that, English was the third language that I've learned when I moved here. It was not the first language because when I moved and I started working. Oops. Sorry guys. It was Italian restaurants, I worked in Argentinian restaurants. So the first language I've learned was Italian, and then it was Spanish. Then I believe it was around 2008, beginning of 2009, I felt confident to start speaking English with other people. So from then, from 2008, 2009, that was the time when I started speaking English. So it took, as you see, it took like 2-3 years to learn the language. The grammar, the pronunciation. Was it easy? No, it wasn't. It wasn't easy at all. And that only happened when I decided I didn't want to have help from my friends, because it was very comfortable having people around me trying to, well, not trying, sorting my problems. You know, if I have to go to the English school, if I have to get a new job, if I have to go to the hospital, if I have to go to the bank, I always had someone there with me to assist me. So I didn't have this need of learning English, at least in the very beginning. Anyway, that's why now when some people they say to me, well, I'm trying to learn English, but I can't, you know, it's too hard. What is your advice? And I try to be honest with everyone. I try just to go and say, look, I know it's hard, I know it's complicated, and it's another language, it's another culture, it's difficult. Okay? But if you only think about going to work and coming back home, not socializing, how do you think you're going to learn the language? How do you think it will improve the language from there? Anyway, that's what advice I give to some of my friends when they want to learn English. And then what gets me, and you know, what annoys me the most is they come and they say, right, I'm trying, and it's hard, I can't. And I'm just thinking, how could I learn 3 languages almost at the same time, and you can't not learn on one language? Fair enough. For some people, it's much easier. For other people, it's very difficult to combine it. Then you think, right, it took me, let's say, 3 years to learn it, so I know how hard it can be. And then you ask, how long these people, they live in the UK? How long are they living in the UK? No, I'm here only for 5 years, only for 8 years. I'm like, what the? What? 5-8 years living here and you can't speak English? How do you manage your life? How do you sort your problems? Ah, well, you know, my friends, they give me a hand, blah blah blah, and then they start finding all the excuses of the world to say they are not trying. Some people will say, well, I try to study, then I get the books, I start watching some movie, and I'm trying, you know, but after 5 to 10 minutes, I think, oh, this is not for me, it's too hard, so I stop. And I say, okay, well, fine. And you expect you're gonna learn English in 35, 10 minutes, or whenever the times get hard for you, you're gonna simply say, well, I'm going to give up because it's too hard. Well done. But you see, you only can allow yourself to do so when you have people around you solving your problems. So the first thing I advise to anyone, well, when I say anyone, is more related to the Brazilian community living in here. What do you need to do? You live here for what, 10, 15, 20 years and you still can't speak the language, go back home. I don't know how you're surviving. I don't know how you're living. Or you dedicate yourself and learn. And you know what? A lot of these people, they are actually married to British citizens. And then really do not understand how they manage to live in a country where they can't speak the language, they don't know the culture, they can't socialize, they don't know what to do, and they expect everyone to resolve their problems. What kind of life is this? Okay, so for me, there is no excuse because I've been through it, and I know how hard it is. A lot of people who are arriving in Africa, one of the things they are not interested in is find a job which suits everyone, which helps them. They want to find a job that they get paid well and they have no one other than telling them what to do, giving orders. So what they do, they become delivery drivers. Well, I'm going to work for myself, I don't want to have a boss. Well, fine. Nobody's saying you cannot have it. Nobody's saying you cannot have a job what you want. Just make sure it's suitable for you and everybody else. Keith Thompson. Hey Keith, hello brother, how you doing? How's everything with you, Keith? I hope you are doing well. I hope life is treating you well. Okay. I'm here again, once again, delivering my call, talking to people, trying to resolve problems with my phone, which has been a proper nightmare. You know, I had some message from some people saying, why did you stop streaming? Why you stop making your videos? And I say, I never did. Every single day I'm here. You know, I understood the YouTube was not delivering my content, you know, and I was getting a little bit frustrated not knowing what was happening. And of course, yesterday I was running some tests on my main phone and in this photo I'm here right now. So because these past 2 weeks I'm having serious problems with my phone, when I was streaming on the other phone, people are not getting notified about me. Now I just changed the phone. While I'm gonna fix the main phone, and now people been coming here saying hello, so literally there's a huge problem with that, which I just want to change the screen of the phone. I paid an enormous amount of money, okay? I spent over £300 to get that phone fixed, and it's not fixed yet. So tomorrow I'm off to London. I was recommended to a specialist from York to go to London to this company, and then he said, look, if that company cannot resolve your problem, nobody else can. It's like a lab, and the people there are they really know what they are doing. So I got in touch with the company, so I'm gonna drop my phone off tomorrow morning, and I'm picking it back on Sunday afternoon before I get back to North Yorkshire. So hopefully hopefully from them I can have my phone back in working order. And the guy in New York who messed with my phone, not with my phone, so annoyed with him. The only thing I wanted back from him was my money back. And guess what? He says, "Oh, I'm not giving your money back because I did my part and you changed the screen, the phone." And I said, "Okay." And I had to like a deep breath, like. I'm not gonna die because of 300 quid. It's not gonna make me poor or richer. It was my money. I'd rather just let it go and get my money back through work. But I'm not even bothered about going there and shout and fight with the guy because it's not point. There's no point in it. I'll make sure I get extra job. I'll make sure I get my money back working. But whatever you do in life, you pay for it one day. And his reputation won't be as great because I'm not going to be one of the persons to suggest anyone to go there. And I'll just make sure if I know anyone who has problems with the phone, that's the place I will make sure people will not go. It's just in New York, in the city center, okay, in front of Mango store, near to Street Restaurant, near Bet's Coffee Shop. So it's on Conley Street. Don't go there. Ever. If you are in New York. Because your phones, gadgets, and vapes, something like that, not liking the way, because I sent my phone, you know, all the time I give this chance to people to say, right, I will try and resolve your problem. And I believe, if you tell me you're going to resolve my problem, I believe. So I believe the guy 1, 2, 3, 4 times. He never did he changed the screen, great, but he destroyed the phone. Completely destroyed the phone. So I'm spending a fortune just to get my phone to work again. Since those problems started with the phone, the audience and the viewers of this channel, or whatever I'm doing here, it killed my channel for 2-3 weeks. So once again I have to rebuild it. It was exactly the same when I went to Brazil for a holiday, and I was there for 3 weeks doing not to channel. When I came back, it was bad. Me. It took weeks with the channel to work again. So it did, it happened. And then when things were working better, this situation with the phone happened again. So killed the channel for this past 2 weeks. It's been strange. So last week it was the worst audience on this channel in months. And when I say in months, I'm saying like months. Okay, but anyway, once again, I'm not here complaining, as I'm telling you some facts, which a lot of friends of mine, if the same situation would have happened, they would simply give up about the channel. They would do a lot of different things, which a lot of them they did. For me, what can I do? Okay. Move on, carry on, keep going, keep moving, keep moving forward. I'm sure things will get back to normal. And as I say, I'm just not gonna stick here and stop my life because of 1 or 2 times situation. I'm just gonna keep moving forward until it gets back to normal. And that's what I advise you to do. Keep moving forward. Don't you ever give up. Ever. Life is all about challenges. life's about fun. And you know, I like it. I like when the challenge comes. I like when hard time comes because it was not only problems with the phone, but problems with the car. I lost my wallet. It was few different situations and circumstances happened in these past weeks, and I was thinking at some point, am I prepared for all of what is happening around me now? And I was like, yeah. I know, you know, some of the days you just, you know, feel down. And that's when you find out who is there for you, because a couple of people, they message me saying, you look a little bit sad, or you don't look, you know, happy. Is anything happening there? And I just mentioned about these situations, and you know, you get this reply from people who notice that you are not well, and you are not even asking for the help, but they are there just giving you like a simple word, you know, keep going, keep your head up, keep moving forwards. So sometimes that's everything what you need to recharge your energy. You don't need money from anyone. You don't need compassion from anyone. You don't need people to come to you and say, oh, I feel so sorry for you. No. What I need sometimes, and what happens to me, how it helps me. Some of them, they say, hey, come on, motherfucker. What do you think? You are a celebrity or something? There's no privilege in here for you. Move on, carry on. Keep your head up, keep moving things around. And I'm like, oh, that's a call. Yes, you are right. And then you get back on your feet. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you just want to say, whoa, what to do next? We already have the answers. Just keep going, keep moving, keep doing whatever you're doing. You know, don't put your head down. That's all. And but you need sometimes someone to come there and just pull your ears and say, "Hey, wake up." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." Because it's not only about me coming here and trying to make sure you guys keep the positivity in there. Sometimes I need someone to do the same thing, and thank God I have. A lot of you guys are doing that to me. A lot of you send me sometimes a random message, private a comment here on in any video, and when I check it, this is what gives me the strength to carry on, to keep moving, because we all need help sometimes in life. And as I said, it's not, oops, excuse us. When I say we all need help, it's not financial help. You know? We all make our way of living. Don't get me wrong, sometimes we need some financial support. But sometimes you just need a few words, you know, from someone who you don't know to put you up again. And you know what is the help I need from all of you now, bunch of pansies, is because you are listening to me right now, you are watching this bloody video, but you are not leaving one like for the video. You are not bothered about what I'm saying over here. It's something like, it's not my problem, it's not me to worry about it. So learn from my mistakes. And of course, leave me a like for the video. Because that is the only way you guys will be able to help me to get back with my audience again. Because it is really hard to keep up with the videos and then making sure we will spread to other people. Tomorrow, I'm just like getting prepared myself now, because tomorrow is going to be tomorrow is not going to be a long day now. From this morning, it will be a long weekend. But on Monday, I'm going to have a rest, because I only come to work very, very cold Monday. But today, once I'm finished with the cold, at home, clean the phone, I need to clean my car, I need to make sure I'm ready for my trip tomorrow. Spend some time with my son, evening, going for a massage, when I come back, prepare for the trip around, I suppose, around 4 o'clock, I'll be setting off for my trip. I needed to be in London by 10 now because I need to drop the phone off. I need to be there around 8 o'clock in the morning because between places is about 1.5 hours, it's about an hour, 1.5 hour driving, and it's going to be some football match happening. And as we know what is happened in these past weeks in the UK, you know, it's not safe going on the train. Well, it's never been safe going on the train. But you know, these little situations sometimes make you think what to do the best. And then when something big happens, like they started on the train 2 days ago, I think like, yeah, it's gonna be tiring, but I'm better off going in the car. I'll be safe, it'll be faster, I don't have to wait around. Tiring. My life is gonna be a tiring one, but safer than public transport. At least that's what I want to believe. It's going to be safe. But I'm a person who likes to be, or at least I want to think I'm prepared all the time. Now, when I say I think, I'm prepared all the time because I train every single day. I practice martial arts every single day. You know, body language, behavior, people behavior, street techniques. But you know what? Even though when you believe you are prepared for the situations, you are not. Because what it gives me when I practice every day, it gives me this sense of security, and sometimes it's a fake sense of the security because you don't know what is going to happen to you. You know, just by walking the street is already a challenge. When you are walking there, you don't know if the car will lose the driver will lose the control of the car, or whatever will happen there, and that's going just to hit you. You don't know what goes in people's mind when they are out there, when they are driving, or when they are walking on the street. So the street, first rule of the street, at least it applies to me: when you are on the street, you are never safe. That's how I see it. That's how I see the world. That's how I was taught. That's how I lived many years of my life in South America. That's how I'm living in here. Whenever you are on the street, you are never safe. You need to keep your eyes open all the time for all sorts of situations and circumstances. You don't know what is going to happen there. You don't know what is going to be the next move out there. Okay, right, guys, I'll let you carry on with what you're doing. I'm gonna have quite a busy day in here. Is it ish? Okay, so if you haven't left your like, please leave your like, subscribe to the channel, give us the chance to grow in this channel. And I'm trying to get 1,300 subscribers by the end of this month. I know it's a lot to ask because I'm not even 1,200 yet. So but that was, you know, my aim back on the days. Every month I want to have like 100 subscribers, and it was working. I had to put a hard work to make it happen, but it was working well. So I believe I should do that once again, so I can force myself into it. Okay, Right, I speak to you guys later. Bye for now. Turn off.